This is the ash log that I got down at the river. The one that was in the video, you saw it laying on the ground. And the interesting thing about it is, if you notice, it's got some char marks on it. So my guess is that this tree was actually killed in the fire that was down there. That was about 12 years ago. So the outside of the tree burnt, the bark did, and then the tree died, and it stayed there standing upright until all of the bark eventually peeled off of it, or at least most of it, and then the wind came, and since the roots had rotted, it blew it over. So there's no telling how long it lay there on the ground, probably several years. A lot of times a tree like this will develop rot. And the interesting thing with this one is it does show some signs, but only where the root was. Now this is, I cut the end off right here where the tree root was, and you can see the funny looking stuff there. That's actually rot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the back few inches off, probably about 6 inches, because I think that's where the rot is confined to. And then I'm going to go ahead and try and process this one to use for projects, because this is nice solid ash wood, and since it's been dead for a good 10-12 years, it's plenty dry. Okay, I had to take off a little bit more than 6 inches. There is still a little bit of rot around the outside, but the inner core of it is solid. You can see the pieces I cut off. So those will end up as firewood. Now I'm going to try and split this with the saw. I'll split it down the middle, and then we'll plane it down and turn it into ash lumber. Cutting a piece of hard dry ash is not as easy as you might think it would be. You saw how easily this saw went through cottonwood, but this is a totally different story. And in order to be able to get this to run through the planer, we have to make a pretty straight cut all the way down. So it's a bit of a challenge. Not too bad. there you go. From a log laying on the dirt in the forest to a nice chunk of ash ready to be put in a table saw. A little more than 24 hours. If you're wondering what to do with all of the shavings, you can just pick them up and put them in your garden, or use them for mulch somewhere. But what I found works really great is pack them into these plastic shopping bags. Tie it up. And it works great for starting fires in the wood stove. You just throw a bag of that in there and light it. You can light it with a match and it takes right off. Nothing goes to waste.